The avoidant operates from a psychology built on self-protection and emotional independence, making them notoriously difficult to impress or influence. Yet certain specific behaviors bypass their defensive cynicism entirely, commanding their respect in ways that pursuit, emotional appeals, or accommodation never could. These actions speak directly to the avoidant's core values and fears, earning their genuine admiration because they mirror the strength they aspire to while demonstrating the emotional maturity they secretly crave, but struggle to embody themselves. You walk away with dignity when they can't meet your needs. Nothing commands an avoidant's respect more powerfully than witnessing someone choose their own well-being over continuing a connection that doesn't serve them. When someone walks away not in anger or manipulation, but with calm clarity that their needs aren't being met and they deserve better, the avoidant experiences profound respect mixed with regret. Their psychology has been shaped by people who either chase desperately or leave explosively. Both responses allow them to maintain their narrative about others being too emotional, too needy, or too unstable. But when someone leaves with dignity intact, stating their boundaries clearly and following through without drama, it shatters their defensive rationalizations. This departure communicates strength, self-worth, and emotional maturity that the avoidant cannot dismiss or minimize. They recognize they're witnessing someone who values themselves enough to not accept breadcrumbs, someone whose self-respect exceeds their desire for connection. This quality mirrors the independence the avoidant prizes, earning their respect even as it costs them the relationship. The dignity in departure haunts them long after because it reflects what they wish they could be. Someone who can acknowledge pain without creating chaos. Someone who can love without losing themselves. You never try to change or fix them. The second behavior that commands respect involves accepting the avoidant exactly as they are without any agenda to transform them. When someone sees their emotional limitations, their defensive patterns, and their struggles with intimacy, yet never makes a project out of fixing them, the avoidant experiences something rare, being loved for who they actually are rather than for who they could become. Their nervous system has been conditioned to expect that love comes with conditions, that acceptance requires transformation. They've learned that people who claim to love them actually love their potential, constantly pushing for more emotional availability, more vulnerability, more of what they cannot comfortably provide. When someone breaks this pattern by genuinely accepting their limitations without martyrdom or resentment, simply choosing whether to stay or go based on honest assessment rather than hope for change, the avoidant feels deeply respected. This acceptance paradoxically creates more safety for voluntary growth than any amount of pushing ever could. They respect this because it treats them as a fully formed adult rather than a project to be improved, honoring their autonomy in ways that align with their core psychological needs. You maintain your own life independent of them. The third respect-earning behavior involves building and maintaining a rich, fulfilling existence that doesn't revolve around the avoidant or the relationship. When they see someone pursuing passions, maintaining friendships, achieving goals, and radiating contentment that exists separately from their connection, the avoidant experiences both attraction and respect. Their psychology fears being consumed by others' emotional needs or becoming responsible for someone else's happiness. When they encounter someone who clearly doesn't need them to be complete, who enriches their life through connection rather than completing it, their nervous system relaxes into genuine appreciation. This independence demonstrates the self-sufficiency the avoidant values above almost all other qualities. It proves that someone can love without losing themselves, can commit without becoming dependent, can be in relationship while maintaining their individual identity. These qualities represent what the avoidant aspires to embody, earning their respect through example rather than demand. You communicate directly without emotional manipulation. The fourth behavior involves expressing needs, feelings, and boundaries with straightforward clarity while maintaining emotional regulation. When someone can say difficult things without crying, yelling, guilt-tripping, or creating drama, the avoidant experiences relief and respect simultaneously. Their defensive systems are calibrated to respond to emotional intensity with withdrawal, but clear, calm communication that treats them as a reasonable adult capable of handling direct honesty bypasses their defenses entirely. They respect the emotional intelligence required to feel deeply while communicating clearly, to have needs while expressing them without neediness. You choose yourself. When they choose distance. The fifth respect commanding behavior is matching their energy and investment, rather than overcompensating for their withdrawal. When they pull away and someone doesn't chase, but instead turns their attention and energy toward their own life, the avoidant recognizes they've met someone who understands reciprocity and refuses to sustain one-sided connection. This self-choosing communicates self-respect that the avoidant cannot help but admire, even as it challenges their pattern of maintaining control through distance.